stomachs. The pigs are monogastrics. Like us, we are monogastric animals. We have one stomach. Now that stomach is not supposed to eat grass. I don't know if they gave a human being grass, he would perform. No, we are supposed to eat food, normal food, grains, all those kind of food. Now the same applies to pigs. But you're not going to feed them as you feed yourself. No. They have special feed. There is maize bran, wheat bran, maize, soya, silverfish, cotton seeds, those kind of feeds. You're going to have to aggregate those feeds and make feed for pigs. In that aspect, don't give. There is this mentality of people learning that a pig can eat whatever you give it. So you find people getting wastes of feeds from different restaurants, schools, what and what, put it in dirty troughs and give to the pigs. I would want you to think like a proper human being, and think, if you're giving yourself such content, would you really take it on as you're feeding to the animals?
Not really.
They need to have good food. They need to have good food in good troughs, not dirty things. That is to the ancestors. You're supposed to manage a piggery farm in a good way, giving it clean feed, making it live in a good environment, a good housing. Now that through doing that, we are talking about commercialization. You're into commercial animal farming. That is what you're supposed to do. Not going to do animal farming as if you're doing something that you do not want to do. First of all, like we said, if you're going to invest into animal farming, you must have love for animals. That is why many people who hire managers, a manager can't sustain an animal farm if they don't love the animals. And if you love the animals, you're not going to do things anyhowly. You're going to do things the right way because you love the animals. Yes.
I heard you talking that pigs, they don't take grass. But now farmers, I see, let me say, who are rearing pigs, they normally give grass to the what? To the pigs, that everything is taken by what? By pigs. It's eaten and it can be fed by what? By pigs. Is it recommended or?
Now, like for example, we human, there are some kind of vegetables that we eat raw. But we do not feed on those vegetables the entire time that we live. You're supposed to take in those vegetables in little quantities, because that is not the food that you're supposed to eat. Now the people that do that out of ignorance. You will feed that to the animals, but nutritionally you're not giving them anything. And that is going to stagnate them. That is going to, what is the best word for that? They will be studied and they will not grow well. If you're supposed to raise a pig in 6 months, it will take you 2 years. And that pig will not achieve its maximum potential when you're feeding it that way. You understand? It will retard your business. It will retard your animal farming enterprise. You'll feed this animal for the entire time, and at the time of selling it, a pig that you wanted to weigh at least 100 kilograms, it is weighing 20 kilograms because you were not feeding it right. So that I don't advise it to people. You're supposed to give those green things after these animals have eaten well. You've fed them on a balanced meal. Then you can improvise that to give as a snack to those animals. There you're doing something good. Yeah, but not to feed them that for the entire time.
Viewers may be listening of balanced diet. Can you please tell us about that balanced diet that a farmer should give his or her animals?
Now, a balanced diet, I use it because any person who went through school studied about a balanced diet. Balanced diet is contained of 7 or 6 nutrients. We have carbohydrate, we have protein, we have vitamins, we have minerals, we have fats and oils, we have water. Water is part of a balanced diet.
Yeah.
So, importantly, animals and humans are supposed to receive all these nutrients in their balanced form. Now, we have nutritionists that are supposed to give you knowledge about how balanced they should be if you reach out to them. But going forward, if you're into animal farming, you're supposed to know, you're supposed to at least have an idea about those 6 nutrients. Carbohydrate, those are the energy-giving foods. In the pigs, let's say, for example, in pigs, we have maize bran, we have wheat bran, we have rice bran, we have what else? Okay, generally those are the energy-giving foods. As an animal is supposed to have them in good quantities because it is going to need energy to transpire. It is going to need energy for reproductive activities. It is going to need energy to walk. All those life activities, an animal needs carbohydrate, and that is supposed to be in larger quantities. We have protein. Now, proteins are the body-growing foods. Those are the foods that we need if we want an animal to put on weight. That is why you see that those types of foods, whenever they are being sold, they are sold expensively to an animal farmer because they know that those are the foods you need for your animals to grow big. They are the foods that you need for your animal to produce a lot of milk. They are the foods that you need for your animal to look bright, for you to have good animals. They are the types of foods that you need. For example, we have soya, we have beans, we have fish, we have meat, we have all those foods, eggs. For example, if you're talking about the animal sector, we have soya, we have silverfish. What else do those people use? Lime is a mineral. We have soya, we have silverfish, the blood meal, okay, let's mention those. When I remember others, I'll list them. we have the vitamins, vitamin A, vitamin B, B, C, D, all those. We have the minerals. Now, all those are important, but not in large quantities in the body. By the way, regulation of these nutrients is also important, because if you feed them in too much quantities, there are also side effects that come with that. So you need to be regulated in giving those nutrients. We have talked about vitamins, we have talked about minerals. Now, minerals are so much important in the body because they are like co-joiners. They join different activities in the body. So you need them so much. You can feed bodybuilding foods and energy-giving foods, but an animal will perform poorly because it is lacking these nutrients, the minerals. We've talked about fats and oils. Those are also important. The cotton seed cake, sunflower, those things, they are also important on a balanced diet. Water, now that should be given without regulation. Water is very, very important for all those other nutrients. So, a person into piggery farming must know or must have that knowledge. There is what we call concentrates. We will talk about that later on when we are talking about feeds. Balanced diet in other animals like the cattle, the goats. Now we have feeds that provide carbohydrates in animals. For example, sugar napier, sorghum, maize, grass like bracharia, grass like chloris, and so many others. Those ones provide carbohydrate. We have those that provide protein. Those are different as well. We have legumes, all the legumes. Soya, beans, lucerne, alfalfa, coriander, lucina, so many other pastures that you plant to provide that. Okay, many of them, they can provide more than one nutrient. So that is important for you to note as well. So, as you're starting an animal farm, you need to look for a person to give you this knowledge, to tell you if you're going to go into cattle farming, we need to plant this grass, we need to plant this grass, we need to plant this and this, such that you're not misguided to make your investment, and at the end of the project, you have problems. Midway through the project, you already have problems, and you're thinking about selling off everything and leave the project.